Alright guys, hopefully third time's the charm here, because I've attempted to make this video 3 times and every time it has failed. But the last time that I did an EDC video, I was 20 years old, didn't have my concealed carry permit at the time, of course, because in Colorado you gotta be 21. But I am now 21. I have had my concealed carry permit for 7 months now. I got it in July, it's now February of the next year, 2021. And some things on my everyday carry have obviously changed because of that. So I wanted to do an update video. So I don't want to waste too much of your time. Again, like I said, it's my 3rd time doing this video. I'd like to kind of get it done and over with. So let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, the belt. So this is, I think it's called a Blue Alpha Gear EDC Minimalist Belt, something like that. It's actually also from the Warrior Poet Society. I actually bought it off of their website. You can kind of see the logo there. My only complaint about this belt is the fact that that little logo is coming off. It's not too stiff where your belt prints, because people don't think about that when talking about concealed carry. At least I didn't initially, about how your belt can even print more than your gun does. But in this instance, it doesn't do that. Not to say the gun prints, because it really doesn't that much either. But the belt itself is very flexible. It is quick adjust, so if you need to tighten it, you just undo the Velcro and tighten it, or loosen it, undo the Velcro and loosen it. But I guess the downside is it's not as quiet as something like a core belt would be, where it's just it's Velcro, so it is a little loud. But no one really is going to pay any kind of attention to it if you have to adjust your belt a little bit. Along with that, kind of arguably more important, is the fact that it doesn't have a big old massive belt buckle. You can see there, in fact you can kind of see me through it, huh? But you can see here it's just a very small belt buckle that doesn't take up very much space. It allows you to, well, allows me at least, to use my holster while the buckle here is still in front of me versus off to the side like a lot of guys would do with, say, a core belt. So I'm a really big fan of this. It doesn't cost very much, I mean like $30 or $40, and I think it's well worth the investment. So there you go, there's my belt. And then with that in mind, we're going to start off with some of the less interesting stuff first, just to get them out of the way. Anyways, boring stuff. Chapstick. I hate having chapped lips, so I get chapstick, and that rhymed kind of, and I hate that. But anyways, there you go. It's actual chapstick brand chapstick, so it works well, and you know it's going to. Sorry, it looks disgusting, but I carry a pack of gum, and I don't chew gum very often, but I've carried a pack of gum since middle school, so I'm not going to stop carrying it. It's not like it, takes up a lot of space or anything, but I do indulge every now and then, so it's good to have some gum on you, especially if you have some stanky breath going on. Got a pen. This is the Pentel Energel. Click is the way to go. I can't stand the ones that have a cap that comes off that you have to put on the other side or whatever. Just want to click it. But it is a gel pen, and it writes very good because of that. Next up, keys. Now this is the same keychain that I had in the last video, the Chums one, and it is still falling apart. But in the 9 months since I made that video, it hasn't actually torn off yet. So I guess in that aspect, it's pretty impressive. You have some durability there. I still also have my Streamline Nano on there. Take a look at that and maybe turn it on here, see if you can actually see the light. So I'm pretty sure it's only a whopping 10 lumens. But you know what? For, looking or going through your house at night when it's dark and you can't see anything, it's good to help prevent you from bumping into stuff. So I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. It's not like it weighs anything, so I'm not going to take it off. It just does what it's supposed to do. Next up, of course, a lighter. And I don't smoke or anything, but it's good to have a lighter just for whatever, like singeing loose fibers in your pants or your shirt or whatever. Or if you're in the apocalypse and you need to start a fire or light your Molotov cocktail, there you go. Now you have a way to do it. Next up, go with the wallet. Same one from last video as well. Sermon brands. I don't remember what they call it, but what's really cool about it is it allows you to hold a lot of cards. So you can see I have two there, two there. I don't want to show you my ID. Two more on the inside, some cash, and then ID would be there, as well as with some other stuff. So I have probably a grand total of like 12 or 13 different cards in here, plus some cash, including my ID. And it's not very bulky. I mean, it's very comfortable to have that in your back pocket while you're sitting down, and you're not going to hate yourself at the end of the day, or just feel like you have back problems when really it's just your wallet. So I'm a big fan of the wallet. It's again affordable, and in fact, one of my coworkers enjoyed the wallet enough where he actually went out and bought one himself. Next thing, tourniquet. This is the SWAT T, and I've had this in my back pocket, and you can tell by looking at it, for a very long time. But despite that, it has not lost its springiness, or whatever the term is, I guess. It still does its job like it's supposed to, and I still have the little time sticker, so when you use it, I can use my pen, just write the time that I applied the tourniquet, and there you go. Which would be great to carry a SWAT T or a cat. SWAT T is my preference on your person all the time, but they're bulky and they're kind of awkwardly shaped. And say if you keep it in your back pocket like you keep this one, and you sit down somewhere, you're probably not in for a very good time. That's not to say I don't carry a different tourniquet. I just don't on my body, and that's a topic for another video. But I do carry a tourniquet, like a better tourniquet than the SWAT T, just not on my body. So what's next? Not every situation is a gun situation. So with that in mind, I could say, we'll talk about this in a second. You could use a knife in a defensive situation, but no one wins in a knife fight. No one wants to be in a knife fight. If you're in a knife fight, you're going to get cut, and I don't want to get that close to begin with. So what am I going to do to help in a situation where it doesn't really justify pulling out the gun, but they're kind of gaining ground on me? Well, I'm going to use the pepper spray. So I think his name is John Correa from the Active Self-Protection channel recommended this Palm OC defense spray, and I really enjoy his content and everything, and I basically trust what he says. And he actually tested it out. I watched that video of the creator, in fact, I think was the one who tested it out, and there you go, and it seemed to work pretty well. So I'm pretty confident in this stuff. Of course, pink. I mean, in an ideal world, this black part would be brown, but pink and black is a good color combo as well, so I'll take it. And yeah, pepper spray, because not every situation is a gun situation. That said, you should still carry a knife. So this is the Kaiser Mini-Sheepdog. The steel on this is 154 cm, and pretty attractive looking knife, I would say. You have a cleaver style blade, which some people love, some people hate. I actually kind of really like the way this one looks. There are definitely some cleaver knives out there that look terrible. This is not one of them, in my own humble opinion. More importantly than the blade shape, in my opinion, is the pocket clip, and this thing is rock solid. I've been carrying this knife for probably about a year now, and I've never had any issues with that pocket clip. It just never fails to work. So really enjoy this knife, and I have no reason not to carry it, even though it did replace my Benchmade 940, which, those big shoes to fill, but I think it has done that, and it's a lot cheaper than a 942. This one is $70 roughly, versus the 940 pushing 200. So we're almost done now. If you do carry a gun, you should definitely have concealed carry insurance, and there's plenty of reasons why. You can do your own research as far as which insurances to get, and why you should get one. That said, I went with CCW Safe, and I got their ultimate plan. Included with the ultimate plan is this challenge coin. So the benefit of having this is, one, it's cool to show people, but also it has their phone number on it, which on my keys I also have a keychain with their phone number. But it's just another thing, because when it comes to this, when you're in a high stress situation, you may not think to look at your keys, or you may not think to grab a coin, or you may not think to check your phone, or whatever the case may be. So it's good to have multiples that have the same thing on it, in this case their phone number. The reason I went with CCW Safe, which again, I'm not trying to, sell it to you or anything, was because they actually had gone to the trial and gotten someone off of a murder charge. Shoot, I can't think of the name. It's like the Cabot case or something, but whatever. I mean, they actually got this person off of the Maddox case. They got him off of a first-degree murder charge or whatever the case may be, and that's pretty impressive. They're the only concealed carry insurance company that has actually done that, from my understanding. Along with that, they'll cover up to $1 million in both the initial trial as well as like a civil trial or whatever it is. So they cover more than anyone, and they've actually done it before. So with that being said, last thing, need to do my check here, make sure no one's coming. All right, I think we're clear. My gun and my holster. So what do we have here? Gun is a SIG P365 XL. I put the standard 365 grip module on it, the Holosun 507K. Then I also have the Streamlight TLR7. Now the holster, trash truck driving by. The holster that I have here is the Tier 1 Concealed Axis Slim, of course brown, and on the other side, pink. It has a magazine pouch attached directly to it using this bungee cord that you can take off if you want to remove it, which I don't see why you would, but you can if you want to. I've got to zoom in more. And then on the front, I actually opted for the Ulti clips. And why did I do that? Well, when I bought the holster, I intended to carry this gun when I still worked at a store that didn't allow carry. So my plan was I would use the Ulti clips on a pair of shorts that I would wear underneath my work clothes, tuck in my shirt and everything, and then no one would ever know that it was there. I was fortunate enough to get a new, better job that I didn't have to worry about that. That being said, the Ulti clips are still great because I can easily take the belt or take the holster on and off of my pants without much issue. And the way they work is they have a clamp here that once you push down on this little tab, it locks into place. And I mean, you can literally put this on a pair of pajamas. In fact, why not? I'll show you a video of me doing that right now. So as you can see, very impressive. I know I look super good in that video, thank you. But I got a 10-round magazine in the gun, 12 round for backup, and of course one in the chamber. I carry Federal HSTs in the magazine, and I've put in like 325 rounds of these HSTs through this gun to make sure it actually works, of course. And I just released a video where I reviewed the XL. You should check that out. And that pretty much concludes my EDC. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about anything, by all means, comment section below, let me know, and I will get back to you. And then along with that, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, of course, comment, subscribe, and share, all that good stuff. I also have my Patreon linked in the bio if you want to see more videos like this, especially reviews on firearms, because ammunition is very expensive. In fact, if there's any ammunition companies watching this, I would enjoy a sponsor. But with that being said, of course, I'd like to thank you all for watching. You know what? I'm going to take a page out of the Honest Outlaws book, and I'll post a charity down below that you can also support if you want to do that instead. I think it's very honorable the way that he promotes the local homeless shelter in his area in every one of his videos, and I think that's a good idea, so I'm going to do it too. Just credit where credit's due. Not my idea. That's definitely stolen from the Honest Outlaw, but I'm going to do it anyways. I don't think you'll mind too much. So feel free to help out with whichever charity I put in the description. So with that all being said, I would like to thank you all for watching. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.